Hello, how are you? In this session, I will discuss the nutrition assessment through dietary evaluation. It's one of the methods of nutrition assessment, dietary evaluation method. Dietary intake is normally measured in one of two ways: measuring current diet, that is prospectively, and measuring past diet, that is retrospectively. Both broad methods have advantages and disadvantages. There is no one perfect method, and dietary assessment methods, we can do this by 5 methods. First is 24 hours dietary recall, then food frequency questionnaire, dietary history since early life, food diary technique, and observed food consumption. Let's see one by one all of these. So first is 24 hours dietary recall. In this method, individuals are asked by trained interviewers using a standardized protocol to recall the exact food intake during the previous 24 hours, that is the previous day, from bedtime to nighttime sleep time. It's an accurate and complete recall of all food and drink consumed in the last 24 hours. What we ask: what food was eaten, how much was eaten, how was it prepared, what is the recipe of that food, and how was it served. For example, what food was eaten? A person says that chicken. Then how much was eaten? Chicken piece, what's the size of that piece? And then how was it prepared? It's boiled chicken, it's chicken curry, or it's fried chicken. So this type of questions we probe from the participant. And then how was it served? It's served as it is, or with salad, yogurt. This is the tool used for recording the recall. Time of food, we probe the questions according to the timings. When he wake up in the morning, what he ate, then what he took in the breakfast, between breakfast and lunch, between the lunch and dinner and after the dinner. Then how much quantity the participant consumed. Wake up in the morning, majority people have habit of taking coffee or tea. So how much quantity of coffee or tea consumed? Then in breakfast, if slices of bread, then how many? And glass of milk, then how much? So such type of questions we do as a probing questions, and we ask for all timings, 3 meals and 2 snacks. What are the tips for getting better results? We relate eating to the time of the day, as I discussed, from wake up time, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and between the 2 meals. We not do the direct question, but we ask questions according to the timings. Then use food recall kit. Ask the participant to point to serving size. For this, we can show the pictures to the participant, or we can have measuring cups and spoons, plastic containers, and dinner plate, so he can relate his serving size with the plate or glass we have. Then use open-ended questions. Don't ask direct questions. So if homemade, ask how much of each ingredient was used in the whole recipe. Then ask how much of the whole they ate. As I gave the example of chicken, then is it only chicken, or some vegetable is added in it, or it is mixed with rice? Report of all food consumed by an individual in previous 24 hours. Then quantification, the portion size for each food item. Identification of the appropriate food in food consumption database. And then calculation of the intake of energy and single nutrients and compounds. So what we do, in simple words, what we do, we ask about the food consumed. We make groups of that food and then we calculate the energy intake and micro and macronutrients intake. When we see the advantages and disadvantages of 24 hours dietary recall method, then it's easy with a low burden for the respondent, inexpensive, quick, easy, and depends on short-term memory. And disadvantage may not be truly representative of the person's usual intake. Maybe the previous 24 hours were unusual for that person. He attended some function, so his diet was changed than usual. Second is food frequency questionnaire. Food frequency questionnaire provides information on dietary patterns, and this method gives information on the range of foods eaten and their frequency. So in this, we have a list of food items to indicate his or her intake, frequency, and quantity per day, per week, and per month. It is also inexpensive, more representative, and easy to use, quick, cheap, and good for group. This is a food frequency questionnaire. We can add food items according to the season, and we can enlarge our list. Here, green leafy vegetables, we can name them, and fruits, we can name them according to the season. How we can fill it? If I can show you, for example, bread, roti, and naan times per day. So I consume roti 3 times a day. So I write here 3. Rice I not consume daily. In week one time I consume rice. So I write 1 here. Maize, no, I not consume it either on daily basis or weekly basis or even on monthly basis. Pulses or dal, I consume weekly 4 to 5 times. So I write here 5. Some things we not use on daily basis, on weekly basis, or even on monthly basis. So skip this. And if we not consume on daily basis, on weekly basis, but consume on monthly basis, we can say meat I consume on monthly basis 4 times on monthly basis. So I write it here. So in this way, I fill all the enlisted food items, and then in the last there will be an option of others. If any other food which I ate usually and it was not included in the list, then I can add that here with the name. Example, coconut is not added in the list, so I put the name of coconut here, and then I consume it weekly 1 to 2 times I consumed it, mostly 2 times I consumed it, so I put it here. So in this way, against each food item, fill the one box, not fill it. If you take it daily 3 times, then weekly it means 7 into 3 and month means 30 into 3. No, don't do this. Only one cell for one food, either in daily basis or on weekly basis or on monthly basis, but one cell for each food. So this is the method of filling the food frequency questionnaire. I discussed the advantages earlier, that it is quick, cheap, good for groups, inexpensive, most representative, easy to use. And what are the limitations of this? It is a long questionnaire. As you see, there is a list of various food items. 19 are mentioned here, but these are in groups. So it's a long questionnaire. And participant bias can occur. I not eat mutton, but while filling the questionnaire, I said that yes, in week 2 to 3 times I eat it. 1 time I eat it. Chicken, daily I eat it. So such type of errors can occur. So take the participant in confidence and then ask so he can give accurate answers. Then the third is dietary history. Dietary history is majority nutritionists used this method, and they take the details about usual intake, types, amount, frequency and timings, and then they make the diet plan according to the dietary history and other body anthropometric measures such as BMI. So nutritionists mostly use this method. While we do researches in community, we not use this method. Food diary method, food diary techniques. Individuals are asked to record at the time of consumption all foods and drinks eaten over a specific time period. So food intake should be recorded by the subject at the time of consumption, which type of food was eaten and what was the amount of food that was eaten. And the length of the collection period range between 1 to 7 days. And while recording the food, record detailed information about food preparation and estimate portion size using a variety of methods such as local serving size, bowls, and other such type of vessels which we can use as standard. The recorded information is converted to daily intake data using food composition table. Advantages of food diary technique is that portion size estimates give accurate assessments, but it depends on the participant, either he is giving accurate portion size or not. So errors of this method is that maybe errors in portion size estimates likely to be inaccurate. It's a reliable but difficult to maintain. Food diary method was also mostly used in dieting. Observed food consumption. This method is the same as the weight food record method, except that the weighting and recording is carried out by an observer. In food diary method, we see that the individual recording the portion size and meal by himself or herself, but in observed food consumption, observer are often a research assistant or a field worker. It's a most unused method. The meal eaten by the individual is weighted and contents are exactly calculated. So it's used to measure actual or usual intakes of individuals, considered to be accurate, high degree of accuracy, but needs time and effort. Limitation of this method is that due to under observation, individuals can alter their habitual food consumption to simplify or impress. So it's also not used in community-based researches. We used 24 Hours Dietary Recall method and food frequency questionnaire more often in combination with anthropometric methods, which I will discuss in upcoming session. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe the channel, like it and share it.